Hello to my newest video. Today is going to be a very important conversation. Essentially, today we're going to be talking about Smash tournament etiquette. There seems to be a bit of a problem with that. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, especially bigger tournaments. So I feel like we should cover that and just maybe make people a bit more aware, especially if they were not aware previously. And we're gonna be doing that in the form of this video. And I'm gonna make it as nice as possible. So let's jump into the video and get started. Question 1. What is a Smash tournament? Really, it's just a ranked tournament, usually on Smash.gg or, that's pretty much the only one I know, but I'm sure there might be some more, but I think that's the official one. Essentially, you play other people, usually people pick like a main character that they play. For instance, I play Sheik, so they picked their character, and then they start versing other people or having matches with other people. There is typically just, sometimes if it's bigger, there are waves, which means different people are seated at like different levels and they get to play. Like, I guess the higher up you are in the ranking, then the later you are in the seating. To be quite honest, not a big shock, but I'm always the first people to go and usually get out. Anyways, usually it's best of 3 rounds, so you win 2 and you win. So on and so forth. It's pretty important to some people. There is a lot of money involved sometimes, usually there's some money involved, but sometimes there's a lot. And then it's like a personal goal thing, just getting better, seeing your progress, learning new things is pretty important, even if it is just a game. Currently, the one that everyone is doing is Smash Brothers Ultimate. There are some of the older ones, but it's mainly Ultimate. And I will say, people get very, very upset in tournaments sometimes. A lot of raging happens. It can be a little toxic sometimes because people hold high feelings because it's important to them. By the way, this cat is Leone. I don't know if you've seen him before, but I'm just introducing him really quick. I've had him for a long time, for about 5 years. I got him when he was a kitten. Enough of the side note. So yeah, Smash competitions can be brutal. But really, we're here to talk about the etiquette. That's just a basic rundown of the tournaments. If you haven't had any prior knowledge of them, it's just a basic summary pretty much. Now that we've spoken somewhat about what it actually is, then we are going to get into the issue that I have witnessed firsthand. This past Saturday, I went to a Smash tournament. I originally was gonna enter, but I came in way too late, so I procrastinated a little, not gonna lie. But I thought, I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna watch other people play. It'll be fun. Play some friendlies, stuff like that. So I watched. And whenever you're at big events like that or places, people always want to make friends and just see people with common interests, get along with them, all that good stuff. But there was this guy there. And granted, he was very, very nice. He was a very kind person. And I did enjoy some of our conversations, but this guy displayed some things that I witnessed that were not exactly very polite. I don't think he realized, but, you know, it just kind of brought it to my attention. You know, it's always polite, obviously, that guy aside. It's always polite to give a little fist bump at the beginning, say good luck, and then at the end, another one, say like GG's or whatever. You know, basic politeness. Just being generally nice to people, that's another one. Which I have seen people not do that. Side note, I saw a guy who before just lost around and just took it out on the other person, which, yeah, that's not very great. So yeah, those are obviously some just blatant ones. However, this one, I have seen once before in a huge tournament. I was out way in the beginning, so I got to witness a lot of things firsthand. I saw it once then, and I saw it once again this Saturday. Essentially, this guy, I made friends with him. We walked around together, just kind of watching people. And the people we are watching, this guy, he couldn't be quiet. He was talking at such a loud volume right behind the people, because, you know, it's a lot of setups like clustered together, a lot of people clustered together, and obviously there's not a crazy amount of space unless if you're just lucky and you're in one that's like in a giant mall like the other one I was in. This guy just talked so loud. He would narrate like what was happening. He would narrate like what they should do, what they shouldn't do, weaknesses, strengths, all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't really great. Like, so we're gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt, right? He didn't know any of this. I am pretty confident that he didn't realize this. But for the people who were in the tournament, like actually playing, it wasn't too nice for them. Like, doing that kind of thing is extremely distracting. Extremely distracting because, like, you know, some people put in earbuds, some people wear, you know, headset or something like that. But, you know, sometimes people don't, sometimes people forget, sometimes maybe, like, that's distracting. Even if you wear headphones and stuff, like, so you don't blow out your ears, people can still sometimes hear through them. Like, not all of them are noise canceling. Some of them just are standard. But if someone is talking so loud at an outside volume, right behind you, not even like 2 feet away, maybe 2 feet away, a foot away, who knows, because like I said, it's like kind of closer together, and some people also don't understand, like, don't get too close, right? The whole thing is just distracting. Especially also it, you know, confuses if they do hear you say something about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. You might even give misinformation and they actually follow what you're saying and it's misinformation. Anyways, social awareness. Make sure your social awareness is in check. Now, the other thing that I witnessed is people just, like, the audience, I guess, like the people watching, being, like, not quite like what I meant with the other one, right? It's a little different. People watching, giant group of people cheering really, really loudly for someone. That one's a little iffy, I guess, because it is, you're cheering on someone. It's not like you're being, you know, purposefully disruptive or anything, I don't think. But if you start to become purposely disruptive, if you start saying things that could mess someone up pretty badly, that's when it turns not okay. Please don't get me wrong, I am not saying don't support your friends and don't cheer them on. That's perfectly fine. Just if you're on purpose trying to cause disruption so your friend will win, like, that's not good. Really, what I'm trying to say in this video is control your volume and don't purposely be disruptive. That's all. So thank you for joining me for this little rant slash story slash advice. Let's all just be mindful and have some social awareness. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. Sorry if this wasn't very exciting, but I appreciate you watching. Join me again for another video. Thank you. Goodbye.